there was a show that was airing in the UK that featured Mickey Rourke and Jojo Siwa. It's like a celebrity Big Brother. Did you hear about this at all, Cam?
I saw the clip and it was kind of funny because he's like, he just says the slur and the guy's like, you can't say that, and Mickey Rourke's like an old guy. He's like, what?
All right.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
So we can't show the footage.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Okay. But Mickey Rourke is on the show, and this happened, I saw it several weeks ago. But just as all context here, I need to give you this. So Mickey Rourke was on this show, Celebrity Big Brother. This is in the UK, or maybe I think it's in the UK, whatever. I don't know. But he's talking to Jojo Siwa, and Jojo Siwa was like a kid's, like,
she was on Nickelodeon,
performer.
Wasn't she, or some shit?
You know, child star, right? My youngest daughter was kind of like into her for a while. She liked her songs and stuff, and I was like, eh. Then Jojo Siwa was like, hey, guess what? I'm gay, right? So she goes on the show, and Mickey Rourke has no idea who she is, but he calls her the bundle of sticks words. As a matter of fact, since they're in the UK, he says, I need a bundle of sticks. And he's referencing
a cigarette. Yeah.
Right? And she hears this and she breaks down and she starts crying because of the words that Mickey Rourke uses. Okay. Yes. So in doing so, Mickey Rourke then gets a warning from the crew, from the production, for saying, hey, you can't talk like that here. And he's like, oh, what are you doing? I don't even know. I'm just saying the words that the English speak, right? But he then calls Jojo Siwa the lesbian. I think that's what he calls her. Like, hey, the lesbian or something like that. But then he tells her, he says, you won't be gay anymore if he survives eviction. He then refers to Siwa as the lesbian when starting for who he'd nominate, right?
Based.
So he's like, look, you ain't going to be lesbian anymore, right? Whatever. Well, guess what?
Well, guess what, Craig?
Mickey Rourke was right, Blabs, because now Jojo Siwa no longer identifies as lesbian after being on Big Brother UK. She now claims she's just queer.
Oh, you know what?
Oh,
yeah,
so
Mickey Rourke ran through her. He ran through her. That's all it took.
Wow.
That's all it took, Craig. One good one.
Jojo Siwa says she realized she's not a lesbian. Following.
That is wild. So, like, part of me is like, that is wildly inappropriate to say to someone like, oh, you know, you're not going to be a lesbian anymore. It's like,
that's such an old guy. It's such an old guy thing to say.
Yeah. It's like bordering, like, harassment, I find, but the fact that she just had to get a good dick.
Yeah, and she looks like Chucky from Child's Play, but grown up.
Yeah.
She looks like the doll, but like if it was an adult.
Yep.
It's so weird. No, but that's the thing, dude. Like, that's the thing, is she literally admitted that all she needed was to meet like a really attractive dude, and like suddenly she's like, wait a second, I'm confused. Damn, his abs are glistening in the sun. I don't know what to do.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I have the same shit. I see a dude out there with his abs. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this. You know?
Well, Epic Mike came in and he goes on a rant on X, and I got to be honest, I don't think he's very wrong here. He says they plastered this bee and her gayness all over social media. She sold her sexuality to all of her young, impressionable followers. How many young girls thought they should model themselves after her? F her and her whole ass career.
That's a good point, because it's not real. It's all like I'm picking and choosing things to say to either further my career or make me feel better about my affirmation and my impact towards people. Because keep in mind, Craig, you can talk to normal people and they think this. I remember my friend got a job. He got a job making like 6 figures. We were like 19 at the time.
Wow.
He got a job making 6 figures at this like plant, and he had a 2-year degree or something. And he quit after like a week, and we were all blown away because, you know, $100,000 when we were freaking 19, that's insane money.
Yeah.
And he quit, and we were like, what the hell's going on? Why'd you quit? And he was like, I just don't feel like I'm making an impact. That's what it is. Jojo, he was like, no, I'll need to make an impact. Let's see. I'm gay. So now I'm making such a good impact. They don't realize it. They think they're doing good, but they're actually damaging people. And look, clarify. Nothing wrong with that if that's the way you are. That's great, dude. I've taken a shot of tequila, Craig. I know what it's like. But I'm just saying, like, if you pretend to be a certain way because you think you're making an impact, you're just damaging people. Be your true self and be genuine. And that's the only way you're going to make it out of this life alive, is to be genuine and be who the hell you are. Okay. Blabs is like, can you not be the way you are, Cody? When I send her snaps at 2 a.m. And I'm like, this is who I am, Blabs. I can't not be this way.
To clarify, so chat doesn't actually think he does send me snaps at 2 a.m., but this doesn't happen.
No, that's switch pigs. And it's on Twitter.
That's right. But it's funny because this is a great little tweet. It says, scared straight taking on a whole new meaning right here. And Chrissy Mayer came in and says, she's what we call a party lesbian. To get drunk and make out with a girl and then I'm gay. But
I honestly think JoJo is full of shit because, like we were just saying, she has this entire fan base and all these girls who want to be just like her, like, well, maybe I'm a lesbian too. Yeah. And they get all their sexuality confused and everything. It's just fucking with them. And it was just all for nothing. It's like, you fucked with some little girl's mind right here. Lesbian until graduation.
It's just, all it is, it's what's profitable at the time. And you have all these pop stars can do the same shit. It's whatever's profitable at the time. That's where they're gonna go with. It's not as profitable now. You got to go even higher or different. And like it pains me to say it, but like gay is not as popular anymore. Like it's got to be a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
Got to take that next step.
And I'm talking in terms of marketability, and I'm not talking in terms of like, conspiracy or if we should or should not like this. I'm talking about like. People like a lot of celebrities, their marketing department or their agencies can be like, hey, you got to come out as queer because like we need to find that demographic. We need to find this demographic. And a lot of these people in this demographic and people that say they support the demographic will prop people up just to affirm themselves as a good person. That's a lot of people will do that. They will let kingdoms fall to prove they're a good person. There are people out there on Twitter right now that will claim, oh, well, yeah, I would just die. You can just genocide everybody I know to prove I'm a good person. No, thank you. I don't need to affirm nobody. I ain't dying for you, Craig, although I do love you.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. Well, but she's not alone. I mean, you're talking about like just riding the wave. We all see this coming from a mile away. You remember when Demi Lovato was like, I'm non-binary.
Yeah.
And then she's talking to aliens and shit.
Look at the date on here, right? Very convenient during 2021 over here and May. It's like peak non-binary time. And guess what? All these articles are written about her. Hey, shares moving message to trans or non-binary people like me. We will get through this. Oh wait, no, you won't, because she went back to using her old she/her pronouns because explaining they them was exhausting. It's like, if it's exhausting for you, how do you think it feels to everybody else?
Mm-hmm.
And she attacked both sides there. So, A, you said what everybody has been like thinking and or saying for 10 years now. And then B, all those people that actually struggle with this and actually live that life that she was pretending to live, and they see her put it to the wayside because it was, it's kind of hard and tiring. These people that are living it, they're like, what? Your gripe is that it was tiring, and you're just like, okay, I'm not that thing anymore. Where these people that actually live this life, they think they know they are that thing, and they're not changing for anybody. It's not a thing. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, oh, but celebrities could just take off the mask and put on different ones whenever they want. Whichever one's more profitable, whichever one's more marketable, as outrageous or crazy or new or the thing, right? That's the thing, man.
So actually, by the way, you're muted, Craig, so just want to point that out. But I did some reading of Jojo Siwa and what she was saying, and it kind of sounds like she's identifying almost as non-binary, but doesn't want to say she's non-binary yet. So that's why that she was saying all about like, oh, I'm switching letters, so from L to Q, she's queer. And then she also says that she says, met a lot of males, love them, definitely not them. Met a lot of people in my life that are non-binary, and these beautiful non-binary people are who I feel most like.
Okay.
So just for a little update.
Good luck with that, Jojo Siwa. Good luck with that. Just wherever the wind blows.
Yeah, and then she adds, I don't know if it's not something I want to say about myself yet, but it's something that is confusing. So therefore, she's thinking maybe she's non-binary.
Jojo Siwa confused and mentally unhinged. Yeah, I got it. Sounds good. Excellent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, so when she turns about 26 in 5 or 6 years, when she's like 26, 27, I guarantee you she's going to be one of these people that come out and be like, yeah, I feel like I was victimized and used for profitable and marketing reasons. And here's my tell all about it and how I was abused in the industry to say I was certain things and do certain things to try to get more. That's what's going to happen. She seems like the type of person that's going to completely tell on these folks right when she gets out of this shit. She's like, you know what? This was all bullshit, by the way.
1,000%. 1,000%. Yes. I 100% agree with you.